Everybody, I'm Ethan Tuttle, and this is the Cronkite Sports Report. Tonight is the night, the long-awaited home debut of Kevin Durant. If you recall, it was supposed to happen on March 8th, but KD suffered an ankle injury during warm-ups that day. He has not suited up since. The Suns went 3-0 in KD's only 3 games played with the team, and all 3 were on the road. The Suns have struggled since he was sidelined, going 4-6 during that stretch. Barring any setbacks, Durant will be in the lineup tonight, and KD's teammates, well, they're excited for his return as well.
I mean, you know he's watching, but I always checked in. Even when he was in Brooklyn, OKC, if he ever dealt with the injury, I'd tap in and just make sure he was straight, make sure his mental was okay. So it's the same thing now that he's here. Obviously, it was nice to have him on the road with us in Utah. And, even when he's not on the court, just his presence around, I think, helps everybody and gives everybody a different confidence.
The NFL annual meetings are concluding in Phoenix today. Cardinals head coach Jonathon Gannon spoke to the media, and a lot of questions surrounded the NFLPA team report cards that gave poor marks to the franchise in some areas. Our Jack Pearson is at the Arizona Biltmore with Gannon's reaction.
The Arizona Cardinals were ranked second to last by the National Football League Players Association in its team report card rankings. It's yet another challenge that head coach Jonathon Gannon is walking into, but you'd be surprised to hear he hasn't even seen these rankings yet.
No, I still haven't read the report card, so no decision that I make is going to be predicated on a report card or a media story or a narrative out there. I don't do business like that, so we'll evaluate how we want to evaluate things and then make changes from there. When I talk to players, I sit down and we have honest conversations about everything. And that's how I take some input with some of those decisions that we've made. So I can't speak to how that report card came up, but all I can speak to is talking with the players and talking with Michael and Monty, what we wanted to do to improve our operation standpoint, and we've done that.
Gannon and the rest of the staff are taking over a Cardinals organization that needs rebuilding in almost every area. Not an easy task for a first-year head coach, but the positive energy that Gannon is bringing might just be exactly what the Arizona Cardinals need to get back on a winning track. In Phoenix, Jack Pearson, Cronkite News.
Sun Devil women's golf consistently turns out some of the best teams in collegiate golf. Now, one of its top players is headed to Augusta National to compete in one of the most prestigious tournaments of the year. Ashley Menne is a 2-time All-American playing for one of the best collegiate programs in the country. But she's going to be leaving her team for a few short days to compete in one of the most competitive and one of the most prestigious events of the year, the Augusta National Women's Amateur.
Just trying to, make the cut and have a good time, have a good week, and play some good golf.
In just its 4th year, it's the premier event in women's amateur golf. 72 of the best players from around the world compete both in match play and stroke play to determine a champion. Last year, Menne finished 29th. She believes one of the biggest challenges is the course landscape compared to her typical desert terrain.
It's completely different. I mean, Augusta is tree-lined, different grass, slopier greens, elevated greens, that kind of stuff. And I just have to learn to adapt quick. I think that's the beauty of collegiate golf.
You won't see any buttes behind me in Augusta like you do right now in Phoenix, Arizona. Ashley's going to have to adapt to a different style of play over in Georgia, but she believes that the practice facility here at the Bird has given her a competitive advantage.
We keep our facility in great condition. A lot of the times, the greens are always running quick, slopey greens, and, we get a different loop every couple months.
Her head coach sees her as a leader among the rest. She's also been able to see how her skill set has developed over the past 3 years.
She just always stays in it. She's resilient, she's persistent, and she really doesn't let much bother her, which is a skill and an attribute that many golfers wish they had.
Ashley and her competitors will be underway from Augusta starting on March 29th. The tournament will wrap up on April 1st. Ashley's teammates will be supporting her all week. That's it for the Cronkite Sports Report. Let's send it back to the desk.